So all the parameters what we consider here, so all are at microwave frequencies. So when I say microwave frequencies, so that is at your microwave frequency, you have the resistance as well as you have admittance. Now this is for a lossy line. So all the parameters which you consider will have the values very much lesser than the inductance. Resistance value is very much lesser than L and omega, whereas admittance value will be very much lesser than omega C. So these, sorry?
Ma'am, can you start from the beginning, ma'am? I will
Yeah. Okay. See, you have to derive an equation for propagation constant as well as the admittance, that is Z naught, alpha and beta, which is propagation constant as well as phase constant. So if you have to derive it, you have to consider the microwave frequencies. So since we are doing it for microwave frequency. So in the microwave frequencies, whenever you consider R should be lesser than the value that is omega L, that is your admittance. So this value that is omega L, the resistance for lossy line. So if you consider for a lossy line, you will be considering R value is very much lesser compared to omega L. Similarly, if you take the conductance graph or G, so this is considered to be very much lesser than omega C. So the values of conductance and resistance should be very less so that you will be able to apply the binomial expansion theorem to the particular frequency of the microwave, and you will be deriving the voltage equations for with respect to alpha and beta. So when I apply this expansion technique, that is binomial expansion technique, you know the propagation constant is represented as gamma is equal to square root of zy. So here again z, you know, it is represented as r plus j omega L multiplied with g plus j omega c. Again there is a square root whole. Okay. Now you have to multiply this equation together. So if you multiply it, you will have actually Rg plus Rj omega c plus g omega L plus j square omega square c. But in order to make it very much easier for the derivation, what I'll do is you can take out square root of j omega square LC outside. So if I take out j omega square LC outside, what are the remaining terms inside the square root?
R by j omega L
Okay,
plus 1
plus 1
into g by j omega c plus 1.
plus 1. Yeah, correct. Now see, you are taking j omega square LC. So if this square root inside this, what you have is r. So for this, r is there, but this term is not there. So what I'll be writing is, it is, instead of writing r by j omega L is the first term, plus, since you're taking j omega L outside, so this will be 1. Similarly for this, it will be g by j omega c plus 1. Or for simplification purpose, I will write it as, so if you multiply this, j omega will remain, square and square root will get cancelled. This will be square root of LC, square root of 1 plus r by j omega L into 1 plus g by j omega c. Is there any confusion in writing this? Anybody who has not understood? Just you have to take out the terms j omega square LC outside. It is multiplication here. So wherever you don't have this term, derive it by those terms. Wherever you have that term, it will become 1. That is much easier to understand. Fine. So I'll continue after
Wait 1
this.
minute, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
So you have to apply the binomial theorem now. Don't need to study the binomial theorem. I'll tell you a very simple method to solve this. So that is j omega root LC, and the equation you have is 1 plus r j omega L. One second. So you have square root, so it will be half. I've written it as to the power half. 1 plus g by j omega c to the power half. So what does a binomial theorem do is, this term what you have, that is half, it just comes to the middle of this. That is easy way to remember because no need to write whole expansion and do it. So the term what it happens is binomial expansion theorem. Each term it will do the factorial. So this, if you have the square root, so it is just that this square root will come here, r by j omega L multiplied with 1 plus half into g by j omega c. So you can just simplify the equation with bringing that power half to the middle term of your r plus j omega L. Now you have to multiply the equations, which is equal to j omega root LC. First term multiplied with first term is 1. That is, each value you multiply it, so it will be 1. Second term what you have is half into g by j omega c multiplied with half into, sorry, plus half into j omega L. First I've done with this and this, then with this, then this and this. Then you have half into r j omega L multiplied with half into this, which will be 1 divided by 4. This is Rg divided by j omega c L. This will be whole square, which is equal to, again, j omega root LC square root of 1 plus, take out half outside. So you will have r by j omega L plus g by j omega c. Now tell me what is the value of this equation? Rg by j square omega square CL. What is the value? See, for microwave frequency, you have assumed initially R is lesser than omega L, G is lesser than omega C. If you apply this assumption to this particular equation, what happens? What should be the value of this?
0, ma'am.
0. Because R value is lesser than omega L, G value is also lesser than omega C. So since this is lesser, 0 by something will become 0. So this is, whole term will go to 0. So you are left out with this equation. The last equation what you have, that is j omega root LC 1 plus half R by j omega L plus G by j omega C. Now to this, multiply this equation inside. So first equation what you have is 1 into this will be 1 plus half into, you have R j omega root LC divided by j omega L. Similarly, G j omega root LC divided by j omega L. Simplify that. So if you simplify the equation, you will get it as j omega root LC plus half. So inside term what you have, that is R. Here j omega will cancel. What will be the remaining term? Root LC by L is how much?
root c by root L.
Root C by root L. Root C by L. Because L can be written as root L. One root L in the numerator, denominator will get cancelled. Again here you have this j omega and this g omega will get cancelled. So you will be left out with g into, here you have again root L by C.
L by C.
Yeah. Now the above equation you write in terms of A plus JB form. If you write it in terms of A plus JB form, this equation will become half into R root C by L plus G root L by C plus J omega root LC. Why I have written in terms of A plus JB form? What is one more formula of propagation constant gamma?
Alpha plus J beta.
Yeah, you have alpha plus J beta. This whole equation is actually gamma. But you know gamma is also equal to alpha plus J beta. If you compare this equation and this equation, you can write alpha as half into R square root of C by L plus G square root of L by C. Whereas beta can be written as omega root LC. These are the two important equations you have to remember with respect to problems. So you will be deriving alpha and beta with respect to gamma equation. So you'll be finding out what is gamma by applying the other formula, that is square root of zy. From that you will derive what is alpha plus j beta. Find the derivation. How do you get the formula? Put those equations inside the box because you need it for problem solving, both alpha as well as gamma. Sorry, alpha, beta. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.